Yeah, what's happening? What's happening, boy? Hold up. I got to do this right, man. I got to do this right. Everybody, I'm talking about India, UK, Australia. I got two of the hottest, you know what I'm saying? And if it ain't true, it wouldn't be on my t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? We got Godfather, Mr. Fantastic. And then we got, come on, the man with the $1 million smile. Colgate owes this man royalties, man. Royalties, baby. Yeah. And if you follow Kimon on Instagram, you can tell he's gotten a little older, but he still look fresh, man. He still like he's fresh out the pack, man, like a brand new G.I. Joe, man, 87 edition. You feel me? Yeah, you know what it is. So, gentlemen, I first want to thank you guys for joining me tonight because I think we have a lot to talk about, right? There's been a lot going on. We opened this can of worms the other day. Actually, like I said, I want to give credit where credit's due. Tommy Big Time actually showcased a watch that didn't have the movement or well, of course it has the movement in it, but it didn't have an Invicta rotor on the back. And I want to talk about that because I don't think it was so much to talk about. And I heard so much after the show. Like there was some of y'all that was hitting me up and I was like, yo, what was your comment during the show? I ain't gonna call your name out, but like, bruh, how you gonna hit me up after the show and say, hey, bro, I was like checking out the show. I was gonna say something, but you know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, it's a safe space. And I mean, bro, if you can't take a little bit of, if you don't feel the way other collectors feel, man, come on. Mm-hmm. That's what makes us piece unique. You know what I'm saying? Collector unique. Godfather's who he is. He ain't gonna change. And I'm gonna tell you, Kimon definitely ain't gonna change his views. No. That's why I love everybody over here, man. Rob Wood, man. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Rob Wood is showing some love over here, man. Thank you, man. Because I know the hangout's going on. I'm gonna play y'all back, man, because that's a spicy tariff talk. We're gonna talk about a little bit of everything today, but the pressing topic, gentlemen, for this evening is a company that could, always in the press for some reason, always across the lips of some journalist or YouTuber or store owner. Facebook, come on. I've seen so many for years. I've seen your comments on Facebook. Mm-hmm. I mean, controversy when Invicta does something crazy, bad business practices, no transparency, the whole nine, bro. Let's jump into it, man. Mm-hmm. Come on. The other day we were talking about, matter of fact, here, let me pull a watch up real quick. No still pictures. I have the actual watch in hand. Now, this watch right here was showcased for those that are watching, and I see everybody in there. Tony White is in the building. This watch is a Pro Diver, 44 millimeter, and it has such a different look than your typical Pro Diver, which, again, no still pictures. I actually have them. I own Invicta pieces if you didn't know that already. So there's a difference in the quality. There's a difference in the way the watch looks. This one right here, can we say money grab? Would that be a safe bet to say? I mean, y'all, and please chime in. And if you got something to say about this, don't wait till after the show is done. All right. Let's get into it. We're going to have a healthy conversation about tonight's festivities. And Invicta is the number one runner because on this watch, it has a closed case back. And there was a gentleman that opened his watch up, and you voided your warranty, sir. Man, Invicta's not going. They gonna get you, bro. He showed that this watch has not an Invicta rotor, but glycine. Now, some say, "Hey, Invicta owns glycine, so what's the big deal?"
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we can say that. I mean, they do. It's no. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Let me say that first. I don't think there's anything wrong with Invicta having a glycine rotor on the watch. But what I'm telling you, for those that's been collecting for a long time, that's been in the game, and Godfather in this panel is the oldest collector. You know what I'm saying? As far as collecting, he's been 30. Is it 33 years? Somewhere around
34 years.
34. Okay.
34.
And Kamon will be next, and then I'm the baby of the group. So there you go. But the thing about it is, Invicta has always prided themselves by using very talented people. Kendi, Ryan, Jay-Z, Tim Temple, all these people were singing the praises of Invicta, and they always told you what this watch was, what it did, what it had, why they put this watch together, exhibition cases. And you guys let me know, because I mean, I do know a lot of Invicta. You guys know a lot more than I do. Has there ever been an Invicta timepiece, an automatic with a closed case back up to this point?
I don't know. There may have been. I don't think it's completely out of the realm. I just can't recall one.
Okay.
Right. I don't recall one, not with Invicta, as far as having a closed case back. I have seen other companies, Seiko for one, had a automatic. Matter of fact, the first Seiko that I had that I lost, which was listed as self-winding, was a closed case back.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a Seiko. I have a Seiko Turtle that is an automatic with a closed case back. I got a Helson Shark Diver that has a closed case back. That's got a Miota movement. I have a Haldor Abyssi that has a 28-24. It's got a closed case back. But as far as Invicta, I don't remember. I can't recall them using a closed case back on an automatic movement.
Nope, me neither.
And that's the thing. That's the thing, though, that like boggles my mind. Now, see, the thing was, you know what? I gave Invicta credit when I first saw this watch being debuted. In come on, you got the 7754.
Well, with that, I had the 7754.
Oh,
yeah, I got it. And when I took pictures of it, I noticed that there was and the pictures, it should still be up on Invicta Holic. I noticed that there was a white paint spot on the bezel at the 20-hour mark. So I sent it back. And when I sent it back, they got it on the third. This was last month sometime. And they got it back on a Thursday. But for like over a week, I didn't receive any confirmation that they received the watch because I wanted to exchange it for the same watch. Anyway, I called them, JTV, and they said, yeah, they have it, but it's going to take like 7 to 15 days to process it. So I contacted them on like the 15th day and asked them what the deal was with the exchange. They said they can't exchange it because they said something about the product being at a vendor or whatever. They said they couldn't exchange it, that they would refund the money, and then I'd have to order it again from JTV, but they would give me the same price. At that point, I was like, you know what, just keep it. So they gave me the money. So they did refund me my money for the watch, and they kept it. I didn't even order a new one. I just said, don't worry about it, just keep it. And so that's where. But I did have it, and I did like it. You know, I didn't have any issues. I prefer an exhibition case back, but it wasn't a deal breaker. I mean, I knew buying the watch that it was a full case back, and that it was an exhibition, so it wasn't a deal breaker for me. Even I don't know, so I don't know if that was a glycine branded rotor or that movement. Didn't matter to me really. It doesn't matter. Just tell me. You understand what I'm saying? That's
right.
Just let me know. Otherwise, it didn't matter. I mean, it would have been nice of them if they were going to use the glycine rotors or the modified whatever glycine movement that they have. use an exhibition case back on it, and then explain to your customers. Most of us already know anyway that glycine is under the Invicta umbrella, and that they're using that movement, and it's the first time they've ever used that movement. You know what I mean? They could have really sold it by doing that, but they chose to not disclose to us that it was that, and then they covered the case back. So,
right. And I mean, my thought on that was when they first came out with the watch and the case back was covered, was that something was something was out of whack. Like, hey, you telling me this is a 2824, you tell me this is a 7750. What is wrong to where you're covering up the case back? Now, if you covered up and you had a solid case back, but you had a medallion style case back,
right,
some fancy engraving or embossing on the case back, they're not going to understand that. But when you just have the basic Invicta case back, it's like, yeah, you're spending this much money for this particular watch because of the movement. You want to be able to see everything, but you cover up. And the 2824, I mean, like the ones I have, has that nice gold rotor on it. It looks sweet. So
yeah. So you talk. Let me see. I have that.
It should be on the tiger's eye.
Yep. That's what he's talking about.
That gold rotor.
Yeah, that thing is sweet. And that's what, like I thought that Invicta was trying to do something different, because I'm just going back to 2020. I remember when they were Shop HQ and AL did, like how in between shows, they'll do that day show, like on Sunday, it'd be like 2:00, somewhere around there. And then you'll wait until like 5. And so AL came on during the commercial, and he said, for the most part, he don't care what the rest of the industry is doing. He's more concerned about the fan base, the customers. Like, that's who he's really here for, right? And I was thinking that when I saw this watch, I'm like, okay, I see that they have an Omega style bracelet on it. This thing sort of looks like it's reminiscent of a Seiko, right? And I'm like, okay, I like this. I like it. It's a different look for Invicta. Now, of course, I was expecting aluminum to be a little stronger than what it is, but I mean, it failed in that department. But as far as everything else, man, it catches the light pretty well. So I was like, okay, closed case back. They made it a little thinner. But Invicta's trying to do something different, like, because they see that Citizen has changed the way that they do watches. Micro brands are definitely, like, they're giving you just about everything that you would want in a watch. The colorways, like the flatness of it, or how tall or whatever, water resistance, which we'll talk about that. Speaking of which, Long Ranger brought up something. We talked after, like the next day, and I get it. Come on, like, and anybody that's in the chat right now, if it doesn't bother you that there's a glycine rotor, that's fine, right? We're not talking about that. I don't think it's wrong. Nothing. I think it's dope. It's pretty dope. I own glycine, so
do I. My only issue is tell people that's what it is, and
correct,
and not cover it with the case back. The problem is they didn't tell people, and then they covered it with the case back.
Right.
You know what I mean? They covered the case back. It wasn't open. So just, if you're going to use a rotor from a glycine, I personally would have made that a selling point. Like, this is the first time an Invicta watch that we've had that we're using a movement with the glycine rotor on it. They could have sold it like that, but instead of doing that, they made no mention of it, and then they covered the case. They covered the movement with the case back. That would have been dope. That's how I wouldn't have had a problem with it. I wouldn't have cared. I wouldn't have had a problem with that. Not at all. I have 3 glycine watches. So,
and they don't, bro. Glycine is the truth, bro. I saw your post the other day. I was like, man, I'm gonna cut his wrist off one day.
Yeah. So I don't have any problem with glycine with a glycine rotor on it. If you're gonna just tell us that's what you're doing. So
right.
What's up, Grace Santini? So and see, here's my deal is. It's like, okay, deception. I'm just going to call it for what it is. Let's date back to last year before they even went to JTV, and they stated that, hey, Invicta fans, you're going to love this. You've been asking for it, and it's here. We finally got our last shipment of ETA movements, right? So that 7750s, and of course, Godfather, I'm sure you got a few. Come on, I know you got some. Everybody went crazy and went out and bought a piece. For those there were a number of collectors that stopped. They weren't buying any Invicta pieces. They said, I'm done because Invicta's just throwing out trash, right? If you go on Facebook, you see, like, and I'm pretty sure you'll find Kamon's name somewhere in the middle of all of that. Hey, man, he's like a fragment grenade, bro. I'm telling, pull a pin, throw him in, it's over with. But I remember the conversation. I remember the presentations and stuff like that, and we hold on to it. And I get, the fact that it's a business, right? I'm not going to call it a money grab. It's a business, so you got to do what's best for business. Like WWE, what's best for business, right? At the same time, satisfying your fan base. And we've all seen that Invicta would normally focus more on getting new customers versus, giving us what we like, So I'm like, all right, cool. So when they announced that, I'm thinking now, okay, did you just buy what was left over from, or just acquire what was left over from Glycine, and you were putting your own rotor on it? Or did you run out? Because I remember before they went to JTV, they were like, hey, we're getting to the end of all of our ETA-based movements. And now they're on JTV. And I actually recorded that presentation. I remember Ryan and Kendi talking about that. These are the last of the last. I mean, and those colorways, y'all remember that they said this is the last presentation, and I believe that is still available to see if you go to the JTV Facebook or Kendi's page. You have to go back 2 months to see that actual airing, because JTV wasn't recording or wasn't keeping those videos up, but it's actually on Kendi's page. And I went back and played to make sure I wasn't tripping. And yes, they're telling us that these watches, that's it. This is the last run. It's the final run. And I'm thinking in my mind, okay, so that's it for the 2824s. The 7754 was a new. I didn't even know that was a movement, bro. Like I was like 7754. I've never heard, but it's skeletonized, whatever. And I didn't even know, like, closed case back. I didn't even look at it really. I was like, if you got a skeletonized, you got to see all the way through. That would, I mean, I would think. I mean, that's what Invicta's always done. Like, you got to see all the way through this thing. But that's what I'm saying. So, okay, chat, Captain Spaulding. Now, of course, anybody that's catching this replay, we are 17 minutes into this, man. Go ahead, put in the comment box if you watch this on a replay. Do you think Invicta is destroying their legacy or whatever they have left? And I'm using those terms based on what I've heard, what I've experienced. I'm not here to bash Invicta. I'm not here to bash, especially not bashing no collectors. I'm not gonna do that. So you feel free to say what you got to say, man. But let me ask you guys this: with what's going on with Invicta, are you guys done shopping, or like would you buy something else, new stock?
For me anyway, it depends on what the new stuff is. If it's something like what they just put out, maybe not. But it just depends on what the watch is. I don't think I'll ever just completely walk away. And now if 4 or 5 years from now they haven't put out anything I like, then that's when I'll probably not pay much attention to them. But I kind of always have my eye on what they're doing, or what they're putting out.
I feel like Chris, right?
Yeah, I agree with that. It all depends. My saying is, if it smacks me in the face, I'm gonna get it. So, if Invicta comes out with something that smacks me, lately they haven't. And so it definitely has to smack me in the face. But again, that doesn't stop me from looking. I want to see what they're coming out with, see what type of movements they're putting in watches and everything like that, just to get an idea of where they're trying to head to. And right now, they're putting out stuff that may be more appealing to some new and younger collectors, but for a lot of us core collectors, we look at the stuff and we're like, yeah, it's not grabbing us like the stuff did back in the 90s and the early 2000s and stuff. So
Yeah, money grab, money grab, money grab. When you deceive your customers, it's a money grab. He flowing over here, man. Bars. They could have easily marketed this as a collaboration with Invicta and Glycine. Just be truthful. I can't argue. And for transparency of this channel, Invicta will be tagged on this, man. And like I said, I'm not here to be malicious or anything like that, because I think the watch market as a whole, there are a lot of discrepancies across the watch market. And this is a two-part. So one, when I was talking Long Ranger, we were talking about these watches, literally they're number limited. And then there's a number one in each colorway, right? Mm-hmm. So, all you pay, and it's like $3,000. It's $3,000. And I'm still not tripping on the fact that it has, and I'm pretty sure that does not have an exhibition case back, and it does not have a rotor. If it does, somebody from the Invicta store, whoever has that watch, the number one, post it on Instagram. Let us see what it is.
That number one, yeah, I saw that. They always doing that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It gets tired after a while. Put that number one out to the market for your customers and your fans. You understand what I'm saying? Don't hoard the number ones and then charge 10 times as much for it on the stores. Don't do that. That stuff like that sours people from the brand when they do stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree. If you have a numbered limited edition, then all numbers should be available.
Yeah. I totally agree. I think it's greedy. It's just low rent to do something like that. You understand what I'm saying? To keep the number one, and then and it's just because it's number one doesn't mean it's worth more than the other ones. You understand what I'm saying? But it's just something that collectors do when there's a number limited edition. The number one is a fun thing to have. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that should be kept out there for the customers with the same price as the other watches, the other number that you have, and not just hoarded and kept and have it in Invicta stores charged, like you said, $3,000 or more for some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
If you're going to do that with the number one, then you might as well do that with the last number, because people are either looking for your number ones or the last number.
Right.
So you put it all out there. I mean, I know, like when I look at watches and stuff like that, I try to get low numbers, or I look for anything that has the numbers, 5 and 6 in it, because that would be the year of my birth.
Okay. That's great.
But it doesn't matter if I get it or not, but hey, it's just something to look forward to. Number one, hey, if I get a number one, great. If I get the last number, great. I'm not going to sit up there and try to charge more if somebody wanted to swap with me or anything like that. It's like, hey, okay, you got a number 56. I got the number 200, which is the last number. You want the last number. I want the 56. Okay, straight up swap.
Yeah,
no extras in there, because hey, I got the last one. So I mean, now back in the day, okay, they used to tell us back in the day, you get the number one or you get the last one, because usually quality control is a little bit more on top of it with those last two. Okay. But I mean, with all the laws and everything that's changed nowadays, the quality control should be the same across the board. Now, if you get one that's messed up, guess what? I'm gonna send it back in a heartbeat. Get it replaced. And you can, from time to time, get a lemon, just like going out and buying a car. That's why a lot of states adopt the lemon law. You got like 7 days. If something goes wrong, to return the car.
Man, shoot! Now with Invicta, man, he returned his watch and they gave him the run around.
I mean, like most of us, kimonos like most of us, to where I get a watch. I'm taking it out the package the day I get it, and I'm inspecting it and looking at everything and making sure everything works. Let's make sure the crown works. Let's make sure I wound it up, the time, the dates, anything that's on there. I'm going to make sure everything works on day one.
Yep.
And if it's not working on day one,
it's going back on day two.
It's going back on day two.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Hey, Rio, yes, I have. I looked at Tracer and Ben Rush. Yeah, I'm a fan. I am a big fan. Since I looked at it, somebody mentioned it, I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I checked it out. I will say though, when it comes to like, I'm gonna tell you something that irritates me now in my watch collecting journey is number limited pieces, man, because Invicta did make it fun at one point, and you guys both know that Invicta did at one point release all of their number one. They just released them. You know what I'm saying? Like they were out there. It's people with number ones. And I remember going to whose event was it? It was like 2 to 3 years ago. Invicta Vets. I went to an Invicta Vets event out there in Pennsylvania, and we go out there having fun, man. It was great. We had a battle the whole nine, but then I go and I'm looking at all the watches that they have. And they had a number one Sabakwa number 3 ice blue with the diamond and ice. Y'all remember the diamond and ice, right? Mm-hmm. This had an NH35 in it, right? And I want to say it was like a little bit, maybe like 1.26 carats or something crazy. You know, Invicta always had those oddball numbers for the carat weight. But it had all those, and I said, hey, what's the price on this? So he said, okay, give me a second. And I'm looking at the tag, and I said, I know this came with the price. He said, yeah, that one is 10 grand. $10,000 for a, I said, hold on. You mean to tell me that this Sabakwa number 3, because it's a number one with an NH35, not even 1.5 carats of diamonds, not even, these are sourced diamonds. I'm telling you, if you get up under a great loop, a good loop, and look at it, you'll see the imperfection of these little small diamonds. They look good because they're real small. But if you really look at them, come on, man, you like, no. They Invicta, they spent more money getting that watch, getting the diamonds set than they did for the actual diamonds. And this watch was $10,000. I said, man, it blew my.
Was in some sort of store?
This was at the store, bro. This was at the store out there in Pennsylvania. 10 grand. It was $10,000, bro. I was like, I mean, it was pave diamond.
Somebody will buy that watch for $10,000, and if they go to sell it, they'll be lucky to get $700-800 for the watch.
Get lucky. Mm-hmm. Take it to the pawn shop. I guarantee you, they'll offer you $150. I'm telling you, man. Like in somebody like T. White, you know, and I know T. White, he's an avid diamond collector, man. He ain't gonna, man, you know, he's a bargain finder, bro. He ain't gonna give you that money.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's gonna give you that money, bro. Not even for the El Lalo pieces, the Sabakwa specialty and those are big diamonds. And I think there was one of them that was VVS, which still didn't have a certification. Right. And I'm going to tell you this. Y'all know that I worked in the jewelry sector. Right. And I'm not going to say I was like the best. I took my gemology class and I learned a lot. I'm still a novice, but I know that when you get VS diamonds, man, there's a certification that comes with that. You bought that watch, no certification. I'll pass on that. Nah, you can. I mean, at the price, because y'all know that watch was close to $10,000 too. And I can't remember. Was it a quartz? Was it 80-40 in that one? I think it was a quartz piece. I
can't remember.
I think it was a quartz piece. Y'all correct me on this. What's up, watching? James is in the building. Thank you, House X. Let's see. Hold on. What are you saying, bro? What are you getting for that number one? Are you getting an Invicta or a glycine? And that's the thing, though. Like, cause I'm telling you, come on, I agree with you, bro. If you would have marketed it well, if you'd have just said it, especially how prideful they are, how much fun it was. Like, we love that information. We love them to hype it up. Man, dude, a power play. How many hours we used to sit there and listen to them talk, and the presentation, they'll talk about a watch. Hold up, I got one in tow right here. They'll talk about this for several hours, and we'll sit there and watch it. What you about to say, bro?
No, I was gonna say had Nathan and Tommy not opened up those watches, we wouldn't even be having this conversation about it because we wouldn't know. We wouldn't have known. At least we wouldn't have known now had they not opened up the watches. And I think that's what Invicta was counting on. They didn't think somebody would open the watch, and they didn't think they would open it this soon.
Exactly.
You know.
But you know what? That, to your point, Godfather, that is. I was curious. I said, man, is Invicta really like leaning towards, following the footsteps of other brands? Because there are some major brands that are doing closed case backs with, with, you guys got to say, I actually have an automatic Seiko with a closed case back too. A turtle. I actually have a turtle. So, yeah.
I think I got a Seiko Samurai that has a closed case back too.
Yeah, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with a closed case back.
No.
But tell me what's inside.
Yeah, but when you're Invicta and you've been doing exhibition case backs all along on your automatic movements.
Yep.
And then this one you come out with, and that's an automatic movement, and you put a full case back on it. People want to ask why, but now we know why.
Yeah.
Because two guys opened up took off the case back to see why. Invicta, and we should have known something was up with that because Invicta put exhibition case backs on quartz watches before.
Yeah. Yeah. Where you can look at the back and you can see the battery sitting up in there.
Yeah, like this one here.
Yeah, just like that.
Right, bro. Like you mentioned that. If Invicta, let me talk to you. Invicta.
And that's
is that the 8040?
That is this is a Z60 in here.
Z60, okay, all right. Invicta.
Same thing with this Thunderbolt. This is a Thunderbolt.
Oh, I ain't seen one of them in a minute.
Yeah, and it also has
Z60 back.
Exhibition case back.
Exhibition case back. This Neon Appetite Pro Diver. I think this might be the first one they put the exhibition case back on the quartz.
Yeah, it is.
I could be wrong.
No, you're not.
I'm not, but it has an exhibition case back on it, and it has a battery. So with these new watches that they came out with, why not just put the exhibition case back on? Well, we know why not, because the glycine branded rotor, which is nothing wrong with that. And the movement, it's just that the rotor is branded glycine. But they could have sold us on it, and they could have told us about it, but they chose to cover it up. And then when you do stuff like that and it's discovered, you're gonna catch a little bit of heat about it, or you're gonna have some people who would not like that you did that.
Correct. Like you said, if we advertise this watch, we put an exhibition case back on it, and we advertise that you have a glycine rotor on the 2024. Like, hey, okay. You can advertise that, we got the glycine rotor on the 2824, and it's the 2824 that we normally put in our glycine watches.
Yeah. Yeah, and do the same thing like I've heard them say before. When it came to glycine or S. Koifman, how they say that those brands are under the Invicta umbrella.
Yeah.
Right.
Say the same thing. Most of us watching that know anyway. Know that anyway because they mentioned it before, but they could have sold it a little differently.
It's sold a little different. I mean, listen, every watch out there, or practically every watch out there, the movement in their watches, is not made by their company.
Yeah, we know. We know that. We know Invicta out. We know Invicta does not make movements.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're not going to have a problem with that.
Yeah, nobody's going to be mad at you if you advertise the type of movement that's in there. That's all.
I wouldn't. I would have actually thought that was a good selling point. That'd have been cool. I'm like, oh, really? And with the glycine on the rotor, yeah, sign me up.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. With Kimon eating, just reminded me of something.
A little coffee cake.
No, it's not. And I apologize to everybody in the chat and anybody that's watching. They're like, "Yo, I didn't do a wrist check." We jumped straight into we didn't do a wrist check. So I'm going to start with Godfather, man. Godfather, what we working with, sir?
All right. So what we're working with today,
is
my Pro Diver Aquaman.
Mm-hmm.
In the green. Love that orange. I bought this watch specifically because of the orange. Oh, and yes, I do have an exhibition case back.
Yeah, what do you know?
With the yellow Invicta rotor, you know, and of course it says Aquaman on there.
Aquaman.
Yeah. So that's what I wore today.
Sir. And then the man, listen, y'all, I'm telling you, I seen this man do an expo before with 757. Like that's about 4 years ago. And whoo, man, that's when I knew he was serious business.
That was a long, about 4 years ago. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I never forget that, man. And he saved the best for last, man. Too. I start sweating. I was like, yo, come on, this dude is for real out here, boy. So yes, we have my man. Come on, Lee. What you got?
I'll take it off. There's a Pro Diver, Damascus steel bracelet and case with the abalone dial.
Ooh.
And a Salida SW 500 movement with an exhibition case back.
Exhibition case back. Okay, all right, okay. I can't match y'all, man. But hold on, let me go ahead and do my wrist check. You know what I'm saying? Because we are talking Invicta today. Your boy got on his Invicta Pro Diver with diamonds. I got diamonds around it, and the light is too bright. I apologize for that, but
on the bezel there, yeah, I see it.
Yep, you see the bezel. You know what I'm saying? Bezeling is bezeling. And you know what? The darndest thing I saw on the back of this.
Oh, look at
this case. The darndest thing, man. Wow.
They still make those?
Man, I guess so, man. Like, sheesh. Let's see.
So you can't get a watch with an exhibition case back.
Oh,
1 carat Tiffany level is $25. Hey, so Aussie, check this out. I remember I was working at K Jewelers and I had bought my wife's wedding ring from another company. But when I started working there, they were like, you could upgrade your wife's diamonds, right? And we can get you some clear diamonds. I said, okay. They said, all right. I sent the ring in. Do you know I paid $7 with my discount? $7 per diamond. SI Clarity. I'm talking about them things. They are SI. They're D clear. They're alphabetized. That's the alphabet. Is D. So that thing is super clear. Now, the closer you get to Z turns like yellow or something like that. But they were super clear. They're not even SIIs. They were like D level. And I paid $7 for those diamonds in her ring. Pretty nice sized diamonds. So that lets me know that, and somebody had left a comment, and if I can't remember exactly who, somebody left a comment today or yesterday about one of my, they were questioning, does Invicta use fake diamonds? And I said, no, they're real. They're real. I mean, I got a diamond tester around somewhere, but they're real. But you have to understand, they're not like they're sourced. They're buying them in bulk. Like, so like you get a bag of diamonds for like a couple bucks, man, pennies on a dollar. Especially when you bind them like that, and if you really look at them through a loop, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll see the imperfections. You see all the little splits and feathers and dirt and everything else, or minerals rather, not dirt, but minerals. And yeah, man. Okay, you said $35. Now that's crazy. $25 for a 1 carat Tiffany level. That's hold on, let me see what you talking about. It's like they forgot that they have people who have been with the brand for decades and have watched Shop NBC. That goes way back. Shop HQ, Evine, JTV, every move they have made, we've made with them. Chris, and this is what, let me pivot off of that. I've been a collector of Invicta since 2014, and I wasn't a heavy collector at that point. My wife bought me a few watches, and up until 2018, I think only had like 8 Invicta pieces. The rest of my watches were G-Shocks. They were used for military use, right? Never wore any of my Invictas on training or anything like that. I didn't want to get them messed up, scratched up, or nothing like so. G-Shock, it was. It wasn't until 2016 where I started really getting serious. I saw Godfather's name. I saw Bob Cohen's name. I saw a couple other people in the chat Then Instagram, I met you, come on Instagram, and then over into the chat, and I saw how spicy you was, and I said, I like this guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did. It was like, and then when I found out what your profession was, I said, oh, yeah, I really like this guy. And then I met you. But the thing is just that, you know, like my saying, it started with a watch. And Godfather, I've been to your house multiple times. I've eaten at your house. Come on, we just sat. Oh man, look, I came out to New York and had a great time out in Yonkers. And the one thing that connected us all was this watch, right? I got a chance to talk to A.L. Lalo. And I've said this so many times. If you're new here, I've mentioned I got a chance to interview A.L. for like, I don't know, 2 minutes or something like that. And the one thing he said is like he would have never expected any of this to happen. You know, because their family, they sell stuff, right? And you said it best, come on. They're not a movement company. That's not what they do, right? And right now they're a racing company, right? And they sell goods. If you look at it, man, it's a fashion brand, bro. Like honestly, Invicta sells cups, earrings, handkerchiefs, chest pieces, like dog tags. They probably start selling contacts because they now. I'm gonna tell you this. One of the best things that Invicta has, two, their cologne is on point. He can verify. And their sunglasses, A1. Their sunglasses are A1 for the price. Oh, yeah. I'll put that up against some pair of glasses that you paid $100 for. I'll put them up against them right now. I'm telling you. Invicta, whatever company they go through, those glasses are amazing. Well structured. Like the craftsmanship is amazing. Well built, better than their watches. I'm gonna just put it to you like that. You know what I'm saying? I got 15 pairs of Invicta glasses, and I don't think Fats and Tree sent me 5 pair. So shout out to them. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But I bought a lot of those glasses. Those things are legit, well worth the price. $20, $27. I think the most I've ever paid for a pair of Invicta shades was $35. Money well spent, man. I'm talking about polarizing. The whole is great. Ian, what's going on, man? C-Hunter 3 today. Oh, wow. I haven't heard that, man. 3. I had the C-Hunter, man. I wore that thing like a champ until I couldn't no more, man. That thing was tearing me up. I caught every door jam.
Oh, God. You will. You almost got to walk with it by your side, this C-Hunter. I see Rio Lobo says that just before he was fired by Invicta, Michael Davis eluded the fact that Invicta was working on a collaboration movement with a particular manufacturing movement. Yeah, I don't know. God, first of all, as far as him being fired, I don't know that he was fired. He made a post that said that he quit because I remember the post. He just said I quit, and then under the comments, you know, I think he said a little bit more, but that was a long time ago, man. We're talking at least 10 years ago since he left Invicta. So yeah, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, nobody has to fake diamonds anymore. Yeah, man, exactly, bro. Exactly. And you know, he had to your point earlier, you said that Rolex has then they have the closed case back. And that was the one thing that, you know, with Invicta being such a homage type of company, that's one thing they never copied.
Yeah, see, I don't think we have an issue with a closed case back. We just have an issue with Invicta, who's always had an exhibition case back, using a closed case back, and now that we know that they were using it to cover the view of the glycine rotor, which there's nothing wrong with. They didn't even have to do that.
Nope.
So, but because if they didn't think anything was wrong with it, then they wouldn't have done it.
Correct.
You understand? So.
Yeah, we like you said, no problem with the closed case back. Just tell me, you know, what's under the hood.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if I go out and buy a Mustang, you know, 5.0, you know, a Shelby TG 500, don't cover up that there's a Volkswagen Beetle engine in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you got the hood closed and you got the hood latch and welded shut, so I can't get up there and see. No, I need to know what's under the hood.
He said, I'm double wristing today. Ha ha ha. Mont Blanc, Nicholas Rusek. And Formex Essence. Oh, man, you hitting. Oh, heavy hitters, bro. So I want to say this, man. It's something that I'm so irritated with. And I'm irritated with number limited pieces because I think in some cases it is a gimmick, it is a money grab, but like it's nothing special, man. And like I hate the fact that when they do a number limited, and I know that people used to get on Invicta, like people on the outside would talk about Invicta, like, oh man, they put out 5,000 for Marvel. Bruh, I got a Bruce Lee Seiko. There was 15,000 of those things made. Then there was another watch. 25,000 is not a limited number. Stop it, man. Oh,
Are you talking about Invicta?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the, I remember that's the one. That's the Pro Diver with the 24-hour bezel that doesn't have a GMT movement. I believe the dial is black and the bezel is red and blue. I believe it is, it's a nice watch. But you know,
Aussie.
$1,000 isn't a 25,000 isn't a limited edition. But it's a nice watch. I mean, just lose the 24-hour bezel on a watch that doesn't have a GMT movement. Lose
Right.
that. And then lose the limited edition. You have a nice looking watch.
Please,
I mean, 25,000 is kind of high. I mean, when you look at the amount of watches that you may sell in a year, now if you look at that 25,000 worldwide, okay, then 25,000 is just a drop in the bucket. However, because you are not looking at it worldwide, you're looking at it basically closely to the 50 states that we have and everything. Like 25,000 is a high number. And like Kamon said, yes, very nice watch. That 25,000 was their 25th anniversary of the Pro Diver. Okay. So, hey, you could have left it at, 2,500. You didn't have to go to 25,000.
That was lackluster. Welcome in, Aussie, man.
Hey,
Thank you for being here, bro.
Nice to meet you guys. I just love your passion. I mean, the rest of the watch world is, wallowing in defeat, and you guys are still stoked, even when you've got a scandal on your hands. I mean, what's the scandal? Glycine's a nice movement. What's the scandal there?
Yeah. So you know what? So Aussie, here's the deal. It's more of Invicta not being transparent.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is, and I didn't even bring up the fact that of all the things that they've done, there's still litigations out there. There's still lawsuits. There's like they got fined last year for bad business practices. Like there's always something with Invicta. Right. And do you know the crazy thing about it is we a lot of us stick with the brand. We stick with it. We support it. I just left a cruise and I just mentioned that this morning. Invicta is one watch that I guarantee you go to a Carnival cruise. And I can only speak for Carnival because I haven't been on anything else. 1 out of 10 people have an Invicta. I'm talking about it's so many people on there with Invictas and G-Shocks. Crazy amount of people right now. Like, yo, okay, I can spot. I know what that is. He got a Venom on. Oh man, he got a Magnum on. That's a Pro Diver. Oh, that's an older Pro Diver. I was like, oh, they got the Canteen on it. That's a Russian dive. Oh man, and that was me. This cruise. I'm like, man, okay, I know I'm a nerd at this point. I'm definitely a nerd at this point because I'm looking. I'm like, hey man, nice watch, bro. And they looking at me.
Well, you definitely have to be. I mean, Invicta has had so many models over the years. I saw the other gentleman. I can't remember his name, but his entire house was top to bottom with different models. I mean, Rolex, on the other hand, my passion, it's dead simple. There's like 5 watches. You don't have to. You don't have to think of it. There's 5 watches. Maybe they've gone through 3 or 4 generations of that watch. That's how complicated it gets. You could. There are restaurant menus that are longer than the model catalog for Rolex.
Speaking of which, are you done shopping right now, sir? Are you buying anything?
I bought the Tudor Black Bay 54, the Lagoon Blue. I don't have it on me right now. I thought it was like, I'll just make sure my cred here is my original Pro Diver. This is the first mechanical watch that I ever owned and enjoyed and wore and abused in rivers and tubing and whatnot. And you know what? It started a passion for all watches, including, next steps are Seiko and whatnot. So yeah, it's I still love hearing about the passion for these things.
Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we got one of the most profound watch collectors, somebody that actually battled somebody on this screen right now, man. Please welcome to the stage, the Oracle, Long Ranger.
Hey, hold on. Let me see if I can get some light. Can you see me now? Is that a little better?
Yeah.
Because I'm in my car trying to leave work.
Hey,
But
bro, hold up, man. You kicking it with Snoop or somebody, bro? You little gangster, bro. What?
You're looking dangerous.
Hey, listen, man.
You're looking dangerous.
Listen. I'm out here on the strip, man. I got to be careful. You know, if I was Camone, you know, I had that thing on me, I was good, but I ain't got it on me, so.
Woo, man.
But listen, I just wanted to come in, man, and say that what Camone was talking about, Godfather's talking about, some few other people, you know, I agree with. They just should have done it differently. Invicta should have done it differently. You know, come in, you know, maybe a stamp case back, but at least put Glycine and Invicta name on the back. Show a collab or something, right?
Mhm.
I don't want to purchase something, and I'm thinking one thing, and when I look, it's something else.
Mhm.
You know, I have no problems with Glycine. You know, Camone owns some, I own some. Trap, you own some. I love them, but be upfront and honest about it.
Yeah.
When you do it this way, you know, I'm not feeling you for real. I need to know.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, when I order a sandwich, I want what I want. Don't put no extra on there. So why do it like this? You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with the movies. It's a great movie.
Mhm.
You know, but at least tell me.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking. Tell me. You know, and Camone said the same thing. I was thinking. I started typing it in, but my fingers keep on hitting the damn send button. But when you put a closed case back, and then someone opens it and sees something different, you know, it makes you think, hey, what's going on? I'm being deceived.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it's. Yeah.
Right.
How much did they charge for this watch?
Oh, so that's the other thing. Oh my gosh, hold up, bro. That's the other thing.
Up here or down there, you know, it's
yeah, right, yeah.
Bro, so originally this watch came out at, it was actually $700. Then it dropped down like I want to say 4 or 5 days later, they dropped it down to $299. And then the one that Camone got, I want to say yours is still at the $699 or $700 mark, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And then if you go, it was like 2 weeks after that, it was at the Invicta stores for $159 for certain colorways, $150 for certain colorways. The one that Camone got was $350. I was like, what are you doing? What did I said? You know what?
That's like fire sale. Like that's cost.
Oh my
that's
god!
Cost. They're just like fire selling it.
Fire selling a watch they just came out with.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
That was ridiculous. That was ultimately ridiculous. I have
because somebody, I can't remember who it was. Someone had messaged me on Facebook, and asked me where did I get that Invicta from, and how much I paid for it, because he sees it on Invicta stores and he was going to pull the trigger on it. So I had told him how much I paid for it, and he said he just bought it. Before I could answer him, he had just bought the watch, and he had paid, I think, just 3 and some change for his, and mine was like 6 and some change. Now, yeah, I got the bottle of cologne and the case with it, but that doesn't make the difference. That doesn't make the difference. Bro. You know what I mean? So, but I ended up, I just, you know, I told you guys earlier, I had ended up sending it back because of the paint spot on the bezel. And then when they were, you know, hassling me about the exchange and having to go all through it over again, I just said, you know what, keep the watch and refund the money.
Correct.
Doesn't that just make you want to never buy a watch at list price ever again from them?
Gosh,
like, I mean, I see it with higher brands too. Like Omega, I would never buy a watch from them unless it was like 10-15% discount at least.
And I've been buying Invicta long enough to know that sometimes, because like before there was like an Invicta store, sometimes they had Sunday runs, but for the most part, if you wanted to get a new watch, you had to get it off Shop HQ.
Right.
And it would be maybe a year or so before you were able to get it somewhere else. You know what I mean? Now, I mean, this was just like 3 weeks later, you were able to get the watch somewhere else, and you got it for substantially lower. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it may make you kind of want to wait now before you with Invicta anyway, before you buy a brand new watch from JTB.
I agree, Grace Santini. They do. I don't know. The thing about it, man, I've said that Invicta dropped the ball, man. And I say this from a place of it's not how much I invested in the watch, because clearly I enjoyed wearing the watch, right? I heard a YouTuber say this earlier, that there's not too many YouTube channels. And then he used the word never. And he was referring to people are so commercial because they're going to talk about the main brands. You got a bunch of shills out here, all this different stuff. But trust me, YouTube and all you big YouTubers that are too far ahead up there to look down at channels like this, bro, we love watches. We enjoy it. And with that being said, Invicta and the people over Invicta and companies like Invicta, you will fare well with just stop with the bull crap. All right. We're not asking you to give the secrets to your company, your secret sauce, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not Good Burger. You know what I mean? We don't care about your secret sauce. All you need to do is the same thing you did. And I heard this from, hey, the way you got your girl before, you got to keep doing that type of deal. You got to go back. Bro, it was real simple. You presented a watch. You made this thing dance on water, and we bought it. And with Invicta, we were buying these watches by the boatload. Like Jay Jones, I think Jay Jones is the last person in the world that's buying 15 watches a day, right? Yes, Jay Jones, if you see this on a replay, I'm talking about you. But for the most part, this is the thing that deters people like Invicta collectors, right? Because you hear the rest of YouTube, these social medias, and I don't care about what nobody say about, like, it doesn't matter what nobody say about your watch. It's whatever's on your wrist, that's all that matters. I'm talking about when we're having a serious discussion like this, and I say the watch company that I follow, oh yeah, I got Invicta. I don't know what movement's in it. You don't know what movement is. Well, no. I know it's not that I don't know. I don't know what they decide to put in this watch today. Okay, I don't know. Y'all remember when they were talking the faux meteorite? They prided themselves on not putting in fake meteorite until that one man took his watch to the jeweler to get the battery repaired, and he said, "Hey man, you know this not real meteorite," and he blasted it on Facebook. And guess what happened? There was people opening their watches, finding out that meteorite piece was not real.
Wait, what? Who was this? Now, what watch company was this?
This is Invicta.
Oh, this was an Invicta.
Yeah,
because I know they normally use natural meteorite, but I know there were some of their watches that they had where they were using full meteorite, as they called it, but they did display that it was full meteorite.
Right, they did advertise it as full.
Yeah, they did advertise it as full. Are you saying that they advertised a watch with genuine meteorite that wasn't meteorite?
They advertised it as actual meteorite in that what's the big one? The Hydromax. It was in a Hydromax. It was a guy on Facebook took his watch to the jeweler to get the battery changed or something like that, and he's like, "Hey, this piece kind of fell apart," and he found out that it wasn't meteorite.
Now, Invicta had two Hydromaxes. One had the real meteorite in it, and the other one didn't. Now, the one that had the real meteorite, which was back in the day, also had the helium release valve on the side. The one that had the fake meteorite didn't have the helium release valve on the side. Now, if you went online and you put in the wrong number, you were getting the wrong watch. So to turn around and blast a company to try to save your face when you know you screwed up, you know.
But that could be prevented by just not using full meteorite in the first place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't even use it in the first place when you've been using genuine meteorite. I've seen meteorite in $100 and something pro divers.
Yep.
You know, and so just continue to use. If you can't source the meteorite to use in your watches, then just don't use any. You can't use meteorite, genuine meteorite. Don't use anything.
Don't use anything.
Yeah.
You know, you look the full meteorite dial is a metal dial that they turn around and blast and put striations on it to give it that meteorite look. You're using a metal dial. Just, you know, you don't have to make it to look like fake anything. This, you know, if you want to do something, sandblast the dial. You know, if you want to give some type of texture or, you know, a different look, just sandblast the dial and slap that in.
Well, I would say, let me say something right quick. First of all, you know what? I realized I didn't really speak to anyone when I got up here. I was a little bit hyped up. But Godfather, Camone, Aussie, and my man Ripsaw Joe, what's going on?
Ripsaw Joe in the building.
How's it going, boys?
All right. The thing about it is that nowadays, these watch companies and a lot of micro brands as well, they're using the same movements, right? So if you're getting yourself at a 2824, or let's say a SW200, or even a what is that, a Lejeune Parade or whatever it is, right? They're actually telling you that, hey, it's either this, or this. You don't really know what's actually in it, but they're actually saying it could be a SW200, or it could be a 2824, and so on and so forth, because they're not sure exactly what they're going to be getting. So they're letting you know off the bat that, hey, listen, it's going to be one of these inside the back of the watch. And at least they're being upfront by telling you that, you know. So when you're not upfront, you know, I'm just saying that for me, it just doesn't work well. It doesn't sit well with me. I want to know, or let me think I know anyway, you know.
Yeah.
So sorry to say hi and bye. I got to run. Some neighbors have said they want to spend some evening together.
No worries. I appreciate you coming, and that's cool because I think James wants to come up anyway.
Love you guys.
All right, bro.
Peace out, man.
James, I think you can come up now because I think it only allows me 6 people because I got the free version. Listen, StreamYard, I love you, but I refuse to give you $50 a month, man, to stream it. I don't stream like this all the time. $50, bro.
Dave D. Steinhardt does that with their movements. They'll tell you
exactly. Yeah.
Either I think it's a SW330 or something like that, or
right.
They tell you one or the other you're getting.
Exactly.
You know it'll have
right.
which one you got, which movement you got. Steinhardt.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. Definitely right.
Yeah.
But again, at least they're trying to be honest about it.
Right.
Yeah. And that's what it's all about. Tell me what I'm getting under the hood. Don't care that you cover it up. Okay. Tell me what I'm getting, because if you don't tell me and I'm expecting, you know, and I decide to, you know, pop open the hood, you know, just go back to, hey, Mustang, you know, you sell me a GT 500 and I got a Volkswagen Beetle engine in there, and you don't tell me that, we got a problem, especially if I'm spending, you know, $40,000-$50,000 for the car. So,
right. Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not
even Rolls Royce tell you that they're using a BMW engine.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Watching James in the building. What's up, bro? How you doing, bro? How you doing?
Very, very good. Very good. Can you hear me? I've got my headphones.
Yeah, I can hear you. Man.
Absolutely.
I can hear you, bro. Hey, you look like you action packed, bro. You look like are you going to be the new James Bond? Is that what I'm saying? Hey, man, you looking mighty active, bro.
I'm looking rather hairy at the moment.
Man, bro, you look like you ready for some action or something, bro. Hey, okay, I got you. But see, the thing here's the deal. Like I said, and again, I want this information to go because I know the algorithm. You're going to do what you do, and of course, I'm still going to tag Invicta in this. I'll even tag Seiko because Seiko, I think in some cases you need to stop making so many number limited watches. That Jaws watch, I think it's a cool watch. I talked about this earlier to a collector. I like the watch. It's $700, a little over $700 prospect, and I like it. But would I wear it all the time? No. I think one of the best launches they did this year was that Gene Kranz. I'm picking the Gene Kranz over the King Seiko. And yes, and I said it. I said it because King Seiko was like over $2,000, right? It's high beat movement, but that Gene Kranz, man, it was on the wrist of a man that is a hero. He's a military guy. You know how I feel about my veterans, and you know I think about a lot of. I don't know what it is. I think one of the prerequisites to be a great story in horology, like you had to have something tragic happen. You know what I'm saying? Like parents dying and stuff. Like you know what I'm saying? Like what was the? It was a story. Was it Omega that? Oh, was it Patek where the father started the company, then he died, and then the boys took over, and then they died, and I'm like, God, duh. Like every great watch company has a tragic story behind it, man. So I'm like, I don't know.
Sounds like a business not to get into.
Well, let me ask you this question. Now, you just mentioned Seiko and you know their limited editions and so on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, listen, the talking point with Seiko is always that, you know, it's 5,000 limited edition, but you know, guys, you know, there's 50 billion people in the world, so 5,000 is nothing, right? Which is a bag of nonsense to me. That's just garbage.
There aren't 50 billion people in the market for a watch.
Yeah, so everyone isn't buying a watch. Okay, we're talking about the watch community. Get out of here with that, right? Listen, a limited edition to
that though by buying models, aren't we?
What'd you say, bro?
So we're trying to make up for that lack of everybody having a watch by having multiples ourselves.
Right.
Yeah. So, what is a good limited edition in your eyes? All of you, what do you consider a good limited edition? In numbers,
two watches, two.
Now let's be realistic, right?
Yeah.
In my opinion, 50. 50 is my opinion.
I would say 25.
25.
I would say, you know, between 25 and 50. I know when what was it, the second Invicta cruise, they had watches that were limited to 100, but they was like different models.
It was different models, yeah. I remember that. It was hot too.
Yeah.
They was expensive.
So, and they were limited down to 100 pieces each. 100 pieces is not bad, but when you're selling all of that in one location, no. If I'm spreading out that 100, you know, amongst the 50 states and somewhere overseas, okay. But if I'm doing here in the States, I would say 25.
I think they need to know their market as well, because different brands can sell out different amounts. When Seiko does 5,000 and then the first 1,000 sell, and then the rest are in the discount bin, that's not limited. But I think some companies, they could sell 5,000 very quick, and maybe that's limited for them. But for other companies where they're not really selling quick, maybe 100 is a better idea. They should suit it to their audience. Because I'm trying to chase this Hamilton at the moment that sold 10 years ago, which was selling for $10 because nobody wanted to buy them. But now secondhand, people are saying it's rare because it was limited.
Yeah.
That annoys me. Now they want $3,000 for it. Like,
Well, Dave, you were just saying about Seiko. I got the Brian May right here, limited edition. 12,500. How the hell is that limited?
And they were asking fortune for that one too.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, that's what I'm asking. You know, what is a good limited edition? I mean, a number I don't know, but I would just say to be fair, 500. Okay, 500.
I mean, I don't think that's a bad number, bro. I don't think that's a bad number, man. Like, so would it be fair to say, depending on what type of watch? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Like, absolutely. Because James just made an important point, you know, on what he said. You know, some companies sell out faster than others, and some, it all depends. So for me, 500 is a good number, but 25 is a better number.
But, you know
what I mean. But 25 excludes people though, and that's I don't think that's
absolutely.
Fair.
No, it's not fair. It's not. It's definitely not fair. But you know, I rather have 25 over 500.
Could be a Zelos
right now.
Yeah, and your chances of getting 25 is very slim. One of the 25 will be very slim.
You take a number limited edition if it's specific to a certain thing, like Star Wars was 1977.
That makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I thought that was slick the way they did that. With
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, I
the
like
cruise
that.
line watches that I get, the Invicta cruise line watches, okay, they have an odd number on them each time because it's limited to the length of the ship.
Right.
Right.
So like
Yeah.
the Verizon, I mean the Victory that I was on when I got the watch from them and everything like that, that was like 882. That's because that was the length of the ship.
Right.
You know? So when you have something that has a specific meaning to it,
Yeah.
have a higher number than 50 or 500, something like that. But if there's nothing specific about the watch, then 25 to 50, and like David, 500 is a good number. I mean, when you look at the amount of watches that a company sells of that particular model and where they sell it at, 500
Right.
can be a good number because most, like Invicta doesn't make, hey, we're going to limit it to 500. They don't make all 500 at one time.
Exactly.
Right,
Exactly.
Right.
So they may not make it at all.
Yeah.
They may only make 100, and you don't see the other 400. So
Yep.
Who knows?
They could do it like a time limit. This watch is available between these two dates, and whoever orders it, they get one, but then they're done.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, true. Absolutely. So
good limited edition.
When does he,
I see you, Vic. Yeah, Miguel, we get it. You hate Invicta.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miguel's like.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask Kamon.
Yeah.
What's that limited edition on your wrist, Kamon?
This one? I don't think this is a limited edition. The Damascus Steel, I don't think it's a limited edition.
You sure?
I think that was a limited run.
Limited production.
Yeah, it was a limited run.
Let me check it for you. Let me check it for you.
Hey, come on, bring it on down to the cookout, man. I'll give it a good home for you.
Yeah,
I'll trade you a rib for it.
you got it. I'll make it.
Let's see. A lot of micro brands usually have them between. And so, okay, so Woody, here's the deal, and I'm going to ask you guys this: Do you think it's necessary for some micro brands to do a number limited watch? And let me be very specific. If this brand only has 2 or 3 models through their whole catalog, do you think it's necessary for them to do a number limited run on any one of their watches? Anybody can answer that.
Are they in a position to be able to do that if they're in that sort of sized company?
Right.
Well,
especially if you're just starting out. I mean, you might not have the following to.
Right. Maybe all the watches are limited because of that.
Well, that there were some companies that did that starting out. They made their watches limited, and I was like, wait a minute, you just started. Okay. I mean, hey, I'm not a watchmaker. I'm just a consumer enthusiast. I like it. I still like all their watches, but or any watch for that matter. But I just think in some cases, because it's me personally, I think a micro brand is limited enough because y'all know I just left that cruise, right? In Islander, I showcased the Islander and people were like, what is that? They were going crazy over it. Like some people were like, oh, I really like that. The Rangemaster 2. There were a number of people that just went bonkers over that watch. Had no idea what it was. They said that watch has to be expensive. I said, no, it's under $1,000. I said, actually, this one was well under $500. No way. No way. There's no way. I said, it's a GMT. I said, yep, it's a true GMT. Miyota 9075. I said, but yeah, it's under $500. And I'm like showing them, here's the website. The white dollars, I think, is under 600 or
under 6.
That one's on special at the moment as well. It's like 30% off the white dial.
Right. So showing them, and people had no idea what micro brand was. And then when you start like Dufresne, I ran into a chef. This guy, I think he was from Texas. He is from Texas. Ran into him on the cruise. I'm about to say Victor Cruise. Ran into him on the Glory, and I showed him Dufresne and what's the other Texas brand? Help me out. Jack Mason. I showed him that, and I told him, I said, these are both from Texas. He said, they make watches in Texas. I said, yeah, your home state. Now he's Southern Texas, but I believe he's going to head up north to Austin to check them out. So it's just me personally. I don't think some micro brands need to do a number limited because it's a limited thing anyway. You know what I'm saying? You'll never I don't have my Travis.
Yeah, they only make so many anyway. Why do a number?
Right. Yeah. Right. You know, so I'm just saying that's just me personally.
I mean, it basically you can say limited edition, but you're not a number limited edition. You're more like a limited production.
Yeah.
Well, true. You know, Invicta was good at that.
Oh yeah, they would turn around and put limited edition on a lot of this stuff, and if you didn't ask, you would not know that it's not a numbered limited edition. Mm-hmm. I got a few watches that say limited edition on it, but you look on the back, there's no number on it or anything like that. So you know for a fact that limited productions. You know, the first matter of fact, the first Shaq watches that were put out were listed as limited edition. The very first one that he put out, and in reality it was a limited production because there was no numbers on it. But then afterward, all his watches after that were number limited edition. So
yeah, they were Vic. You're talking about the puppies because I do have the some original puppy editions, and those were number limited. And then, of course, they just put super limited on the newer ones. I was like, what's the number?
Very, very, very limited.
very, 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 very limited. I'm like, what?
You have a vintage dragon that has a dragon on the dial with the pearl on it on a leather strap.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 4 of them. And
those are number limited editions.
Yes, they are number limited editions. Of the 4 that I have, 2 of them don't have a number.
Right. And then
I think they might be the prototype, but the other ones have a number limited edition. Yes.
And then they re-released them on a bracelet.
Yeah.
They basically a limited production. I have all the ones that were done on the bracelet. They were limited production because after it did its run, it's like you haven't seen them anymore. So
we got Kenny in the chat, another Invicta collector. Well, I don't know if he's collecting Invicta now, but I know he did. He has some rare pieces.
Kenny is selling some of his stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get with Kenny.
I haven't bought an Invicta in over a year at least.
What? Really?
I like that reaction shot. What? How?
Bro, hold the presses, bro. Like that's crazy.
I haven't seen anything that really is grabbing my eye.
Hey man, since we all family here, man, I just want to share this with you guys. I remember I shared this with Tommy the other day. I talked to him on the phone and I told him I remember when I switched over to start the micro brand stuff, right? I was interested in it because I get the chance, like the concept of talking to somebody that's actually making a watch, I thought was pretty dope. And you know, I talked to one, and then of course I talked to another, and then it kept going. And here I am, 2.5, almost 3 years later of my YouTube journey, man. I have fallen in love with the whole micro brand space, man. I like the Zelos, dude. If you don't have one of these, bro, ooh, I heard, rumor has it, Lil Birdie told me that he's supposed to be bringing this back out. I think in another month or so. I heard. I don't know if that's the case. You might want to jump on this. I'm talking about it's crazy because like I think you just like the money. And I know that right now, the watch market is going crazy. I don't know what YouTubers are going to do. Some of the big YouTubers that you pride yourself on, you know, showcasing your tutors and things of that nature. Well, adding another 15 to 16% on top of what they are right now is a lot of money. And I will agree with, I heard, it wasn't a podcast. I was watching the video. People think, well, if you're rich, what's the difference? You're going to spend the money anyway. I know a few rich people and they stingy. They don't just go out there and blow money. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the one guy that I know he's here, bruh, like the most expensive watch you'll see him wear is a Boulevard, right? He's not spending that bread like that. He got some Alcatrons, so he got some nice Boulevards now. But man, this dude is wearing a Casio any other day or G-Shock. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't think just because people got money like that the rich are going. And then you think about this with the tariff situation. And again, we're not getting politics. I promise you, I'm not doing politics with nobody. Even if you leave a comment after the fact, I will delete it. I'm not doing it. You like, look, enjoy the watches you got. Me and Dave was talking about that, man. At this point, watching James got watches, Godfather got watches, Kimon, Ripsaw Joe, you got a plethora of watches, man. All of us have enough watches to where we don't have to buy.
Yeah. That probably could spill over to other things that you have a lot of that you don't need anymore.
Bro.
Because I've gone crazy with fragrances.
I know,
man.
I seen that.
What, Kimon? What did you go crazy with?
Fragrance. Cologne.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't hear what you said.
A lot of people have multiple colognes and they wear them at the same time, which I think is a bit odd.
People usually do it with like 2 fragrances. And it works out sometimes, depends on the 2 that you layer. Some fragrances are meant to be layered, like a company may make a line of fragrances that are compatible with each other and that you can wear with each other. Not the whole line at once, but like make like 2 of them at a time at once.
I can imagine you have one here, one somewhere else, and if you're out on a date, somebody might have a bit of a surprise shock with their nose.
They're like, ooh, that smells good. And then they, you know what I'm saying, go, yeah. It's after 9 o'clock, bro.
Hey, you think about whatever you're thinking about. I didn't say anything.
Hey, well, you know what I'm saying? We're grown over here, you know what I'm saying? But you know what? I agree with you because I got something I know that Kimon like, man. I've been getting off into
oh man, yeah, man. That's gonna be my next tattoo.
Hey man, bro, I've been diving heavy into like old Autobots, man, the Decepticons, bro, and I'm like, the G1.
I still have a few left.
Oh, see, man, and if you guys know, like behind the camera, I got so many action figures. I started collecting Hot Wheels again, man. There's so many rabbit holes. And then, James, I am so sick of you recommending these watches, man. Oh my gosh. I hate you. I love you at the same time, but I hate you, bro. God, dog. Now that one company that you just that company is
the Houtman.
Yes, that is fire.
By Houtman, they're amazing.
That is a fire brand, bro.
They're a micro brand. Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then the wallet. I was like, yo, that is, see, this is dangerous.
Wallet. That's pretty cool.
Man, you know what? I chose the wrong amount of friends that I can't mess with y'all anymore. Cologne got, and I just went and spent like $80 on some cologne, man. I did because man, it's Cologne fault, bro. I was sitting there looking. I said, "Ooh, I don't know what this smell like, but I got to get some of that, man." I was like, "Hey, give me some of that Savage over there. Let me get
that." That's my main hobby right now.
That's it, bro.
Wristwatches.
That right there is that's a slam dunk. It's A1. I actually love it. Now, as far as everybody, I'm sorry, chat. I didn't mean to ignore anybody in the chat. Let me see what you said. I just picked up a 40mm Salida 200 Bluesy on eBay. I hope you paid a good price for it. I love to buy Raymond Wild on the second market. And I think that's where it's going. I think that's where, like, if you're going to Miguel, I agree with you, man. I will say that I actually got my eye on a glycine that is shaped like a Panerai, right? It's like 44mm. It's an older one. I think this watch it's about 10 years old. I want to say it's about 10 years old. And I found a few. Somebody wanted $400 for it, and I asked for pictures. You gotta be careful on eBay. Be careful. If somebody send you some stock photos, bro, like don't even mess with it. Like I got some stock photos. I said, no, bro. I want to see this in your hand. Matter of fact, I need to do a live with you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You send me some videos of you literally Matter of fact, let's go to Instagram.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's go to Instagram, and you show me that watch, man, because like I want it. And what is it called? The insecure, something like that. I think that's the name of it. But it looks just like a Panerai, but it's glycine, and I absolutely love the watch. It's it's a beautiful watch. The one I'm looking at is pure mechanical. They do have one with automatic. I think the automatic is a 46 millimeter, but I want the pure mechanical. I think
you're talking about the Corsair.
Is it the Corsair? Yeah,
Corsair,
that's the one I want, bro. I want that one. I just haven't, eBay, man. Some of you eBay sellers you ain't right, man. I'm gonna just call it. And if y'all see this, get this message, man. You guys are on some garbage, man. Some of y'all out here trying to take people. Come on, got something.
Hannibal says, Kimon, what does it say? Kimon got that Old Spice. That's what he said.
Yeah. You're gonna show the old Spice.
Look at that smile, bro. I told you.
Come on. The funny thing is, I got some too.
Hey, I wear Old Spice always around Christmas, and it reminds me of Christmas because, like when I was like a teenager, you get the Old Spice gift set and whatnot for Christmas, come with like the deodorant and then the splash and whatnot. So I always like wear this around Christmas time.
Makes you smell like a tree.
I think everybody had Old Spice at one point or the other. Oh my God!
In the other room right now.
Look,
jeez,
I'm gonna tell you something.
That's
Ramon.
crazy.
Even though I said what I said, we're still gonna buy more watches, bro. Like you're just gonna find your spot, man. Matter of fact, let me just say this. Let me plug James real quick. If you don't know, watching James, this dude. He will have you spending some money, bro. And he won't have you break the bank. He won't have you break the bank. Let me be fair. I actually bought a few watches under his recommendation, man, and they are really nice watches, man. Like, dude, and you're not going to literally. You could take $300. You could take $150. Matter of fact, the Panerai Homage, I paid $140 for that watch. I absolutely the screwdown crown I thought was weird, but I wore that watch on a cruise, and I got so many compliments over that watch, man. And, people didn't know what a Panerai was. I said, it's a Panerai Homage. They said, what's a Panerai? I said, okay, so this is an original. All right, let me just say that then. They like, okay, whatever. I said, no, this is Milfordic. And I had to tell them, well, no, Panerai makes a watch like this, a radio mirror. And they like, oh. I said, so how much does a radio mirror normally cost? I said, it depends. You know what I'm saying? You might spend like $6,000. You may spend $14,000. Or if you get the tourbillon, you're going to spend $115,000 or whatever. They're like, oh my Lord, watches cost that much? I said, yeah. They like, what did you pay for that? I said, $140. Oh, what's the website? I said, yeah. So I'm going to tell you what the website is, but James.
Link to share.
Yeah, I was like, James, this is James' fault. I said, this is the guy. This is the original guy. So don't blame me when you fall down this rabbit hole. I told you, the rabbit holes in Australia are stupid big, bro. Y'all got craters down there.
Kangaroo holes, not rabbit holes.
Oh, man, bro.
Kangaroo holes.
You ain't never lying.
We got rabbits as well, unfortunately. They got introduced, those damn Europeans.
Man. Yes, Ramon, Hot Wheels are putting out some sick cars. And guess what I'm finding out? Hot Wheels is actually doing cars off of what was that? Netflix. Some of these, it was a car show that they were doing. And I actually have a few of these cars. Hold on. I got one right here. Some of these cars are actual cars. These are actual, somebody built these cars, man. And Hot Wheels are jumping on top of it, man. And as y'all see, my grandbaby, that's actually, I bought that for her because she liked purple and pink. So I got her a couple. I got a Mandalorian car that's pink, and I'm like, that's crazy. Hot Wheels is doing some sick stuff. And of course, she likes watches too, and Hot Wheels and all kind of stuff. And who was that? I blame Joe for this. Getting me into knives. That's your fault. I'm still buying knives, man. Dude, I can't win, man. I can't keep no money in my pocket messing with y'all, man. Joe, don't text me, don't do nothing. Joe, what are you doing? You're too happy, Joe.
I don't have to worry about you blaming me for anything unless you buy more than 7 grills, okay?
Godfather.
You buy more than 7 grills, then I'll take the blame. But you don't buy that many grills, I'm not taking the blame for anything.
First and foremost, Godfather, you got to come in too, because then, you know, like after he feeds you the watches that he don't want in his collection, you can go in there, get a private tour and buy a watch, man, at a reasonable price. I'm trying to tell you, man. Yeah. So you get some good food, you get all good and everything. You got the liquor, you got the spades going on, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Godfather's watches. Who just fell off? Somebody just fell off.
Come on.
You're trying to say he gets you drunk and then he sells you stuff.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, you know, that's the best way to do it.
Hey.
I'm going to feed you. I'm going to get you drunk. Then I'm going to sell you a watch, you know?
Just take that wallet out.
Look at you. Hey, look, get out of here. No toys. Nope. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Hey, send me that website later on. Don't tell them.
It's a whole case of Hot Wheels for $115.
What?
A whole case.
Why'd you tell me that? You are evil. Gosh, man, I'm putting you in the same category.
Crap. I'm in the same friggin' boat. I bought like a friggin' million of my grandson. And a lot of them are what they call treasure hunts.
I know treasure hunt. Yes, bro. Oh my gosh. Don't even get me started, bro. Yeah. I still got some of my treasure hunts, bro. I still got some of those. Back in 2001, they had what they call Hot Wheels called them final runs. They were several vehicles and they were different. They like a truck, some weird looking Rover, some cars, and I got one I would never get rid of. A friend of mine gave it to me. Right, he literally went to his car, gave me the final run to complete my set, and I was like, "Thank you, man." I gave him a hug. We walked inside to talk, and he had a heart attack right in front of me. Literally died. Like he died right after. So I still have it in my.
Oh my God!
He literally died maybe 6 minutes after he gave me that car.
Hey man, you just killing people to get their stuff.
Wow.
Let me have that. Let me have that one. No, man, you can't have it. There you go.
Even another burger and nothing again.
Well, I got 4 weeks to come to your house, so
yeah.
I'll see you in 4 weeks, Godfather.
Up your insurance, Godfather.
Yeah, you come here in 4 weeks, you're gonna miss the food.
God, dog. No, wait a minute.
It's 3 weeks from Sunday. 3 weeks from Sunday.
All right, well, I'll see you in 3 weeks. But you know what? I don't think anything can knock Godfather off, man. He's going down his own accord. He's like, you know what? I'm done. He's just gonna cut off. That's it. I don't think nothing's gonna take Godfather out.
Glenn, you'll be happy to hear that one of the Matchbox treasure hunts is a GT Mustang GT.
This is a good question. Where do you see the next watch manufacturing center to be? Germany, Japan, US, Denmark, UK, India. I tell you what, I do know there was some companies was on a mad rush during these 3 months trying to organize so they can get more watches in the US. I know that there was a lot of watches diverted to the United States. I'm going to say, let's just say Germany. I'll pick Germany. I think Germany would be the one.
It's not going to be India at the moment because they've just slapped 50% on them because of their oil intake that they're taking from the Russians at the moment.
Yeah. Mercy.
That's insane.
That is so. What are we doing, world? What are we doing, man? Like, and you know what? And the crazy thing is, we're not talking politics, but here's the deal: is we're just talking watches. Like, think about this, y'all. We're talking watches. We're not even talking about energy. We're not talking about clothes. We're not talking about nothing else. Watches, cars, dude. That F-150 Raptor, man. That thing costs more than a house, man. That thing is, man, Suburbans, the new Suburbans, the new Escalade. Oh my gosh, all these cars, bro. I like the way they look, but they are stupid expensive.
What's that electric expedition to get the oil change the other day, and the dealership had a brand new Expedition in there, fully loaded, limited platinum package and everything like that. Was like $103,000.
Oh, fuck.
And I'm looking at this thing, and I'm like, okay, so in the second row, you have 2 seats so that you will get up in the second row and walk to the third row, right?
Yep.
I'm like, for $103,000, y'all better put that third seat back on that second row. I need all my chairs, you know.
Mhm.
So they're giving you less for more.
For more.
I ain't
That's a
messing
bit
with
of a
none of
common
that.
theme at the moment in things, isn't
Yeah.
it? Less.
Yeah.
Exactly. It is. It is.
Well,
That's
you
for
know
more.
what?
What's the name of that electric truck that looks like a shoebox? What the hell is in it? You know what I'm
That's
talking
the
about?
Tesla Cybertruck.
Yeah, those things are what, $150,000 or something?
Yep.
Crazy.
Omega's
like
in the building.
Well,
Omega.
It's like
I have a quick question.
$25,000 to get the battery changed in the Cybertruck, and you can't do it yourself. You got to go to the dealer because they got to use a big old crane to remove that battery because I think it weighs something like 800 pounds or something like that.
The battery does?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jeez.
That's
What was your question, bro?
So based on what's going on now, as far as the watch market, are you guys actually purchasing more watches this year, or are you going to slow down and see what it looks like, or are your purchasing going to just continue as normal and take it from there? What do you see yourself at as far as the rest of the year?
I've got a deal for all of you guys. You just tell me what watches. I'll buy them. You pay for them. I'll play with them for a while. Then I'll send them to you as gifts.
Hey, man.
Let's reverse that, okay? You pay for the watch, play with it. When you get done, you can send it to me as a gift. You know, my birthday's coming up next month. I have no problem with secondhand watches, you know?
Wow. I mean, I think James was sitting here the whole time waiting for that one, bro. It came out too smooth and quick, bro.
Issues all the way.
Man, I'm holding steady, bro.
For me, my watch buying habits really hasn't changed. Because my watch habits have always been, if it smacked me in the face, I was going to get it. You know, so it's not about the brand or anything like that. The watch just has to turn around and speak to me, you know, and it has to, if it can't grab me, you know, smack me in the next week and then grab me back and continue smacking me, then no, I look at it, it's a nice looking watch, but just, you know, not going into my collection. So
Right. Okay.
Dave, I really haven't bought a watch since last October at that show.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, except for one, and like Godfather said, this one kind of smacked me in the face. It's an El Cheapo watch, but it had a little bit of meaning to it, you know, because of the I mean, it's a cheap watch, and I'm not even going to wear it. It's just like basically being displayed with my Jaws collection stuff. So
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Joe, I'll see you in New York anyway, Joe.
I don't know.
What'd you say?
Are you guys sort of focusing a bit more on your local area, sort of like used watches? Is that, you know, that actually paying in tariffs and used stuff might bump you towards maybe a higher end secondhand watch?
And that's what it is. That's what it's gonna be at this point, James. I mean, I'm blessed because I got a couple of ADs that they got a decent stock. So if I want to get something, I'm not paying nothing extra. You know what I'm saying? Like I can go straight to Trifecta and then grab something on Kokomo. But as far as watches is concerned, I mean, like, you know, me and Dave, we talk about which I really want a Formex, but like them going up on prices and stuff like that, I'm cool. Yeah, I know you guys look at him.
He's double wristing. He's got one on the other wrist as well.
He is double wristing, bro. Like he is double wristing, bro. Like that's crazy. Hold up, man. Hold on. Let me
get a better photo of that.
There we go.
That's the my Mont Blanc.
Okay.
Nice.
And
sheesh.
Wow. white down Formex.
White down. Oh, look at it! Look at it! Look at it! Yes. Hercules! Yes, sir, man. That's what it's all about, though. That's what it's all about, man. Like, you know what, man? I can say this to anybody that's watching, man. You got a bunch of people on this channel right now. Everybody up here enjoys their watches. I've seen Godfather's watch collection. I've seen everybody. Me and James, and you know one thing, me and James behind the scenes one day talking, and he had a watch came in, and I thought look, bro, I know I geek out when a new watch come in. I geek all the way out, man. I ain't got nothing on James, man. That dude, it was so cool watching him get so excited about this watch. I said, oh, I thought I was bad. Oh yeah, you got me, sir. You literally took the cake, man, and it's just enjoyable, man. Like this is what it's about, man. And I'll say this because I was watching some YouTube, man, and I don't agree with some of the stuff that's going on, and I see that there's YouTubers that are slighting others, man. Like they're talking about, because I seen Teddy being used as a prop to talk about. I seen Lady Gringa being used as a slot to talk about. There's a guy that's on her head, man. Like he talk about her so bad, bro. I'm like, yo, you know what? I can say that I don't always agree with, every YouTuber, but I'm like, dude, you don't have to. One, name calling is trash, and the fact that you spending so much time talking about these folks, man, do some real work and be a journalist. Do your thing, because people came to your channel to look at watches and hear your opinion about watches, and here you are being messy. Is like you're messier than the Housewives of Atlanta. Like, dude, if you want to do that, go send a resume to Tyler Perry and ask him, can you be in his upcoming movie? Medea goes to horology jail or something, or she goes to dental college, or like do that. I mean, the fact that y'all sitting out here dogging these YouTubers, and if you mad because they got more subscribers than you, more views than you, that means you got some work to do. That's all I'm gonna tell you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the other ones that's talking down on the small channels, bro, we out here enjoying watches. I don't know what you talking about. I hear I echo. I look at so much YouTube, man, and I will never dog anybody out, and I ain't calling no names. And I'm not here. And now let me reiterate, because we started this show talking about Invicta. We come from a place of concern. We come from a place of frustration because we have been Invicta collectors for a long time up to this point. So I think everybody's warranted on this panel to talk about Invicta. And yes, I direct that to the whole team. AL, you are at the helm. You are at the top of the top. They can't do nothing without Jose. We all know that. All we're saying is, man, can we get some transparency? And can we get some stuff? Can we get some automatic movers? Why not use some Miota stuff, man? I mean, come on, bro. You ain't got to the NH35. And I'm a fan. I like the NH35. I ain't tripping on the NH35. But like, dude, like, can we get what happened to R150s? I know you still got some of that stuff, some of that stock. That was your boy.
Remember that Salida 200 I showed you that didn't work anymore?
Yes, sir.
So I said, I'm not going to send it to Invicta because they'll cost me a fortune and I'll never get it back.
Nope.
I took the case back off, gave it a little spin. The freaking thing works perfect.
Wow.
Yeah, I think one of the gears had a piece of hair in it or something. I don't know, but it's been working ever since, and that's been 4 months. So.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Where we at in time? Okay, we're about to land this plane, man. Everybody, man, like we can go around and have a kumbaya, man. And each one of you guys, all of you horologists on the panel, you can leave the world either a better place or you can leave it in devastation, man. So I'll leave it up to you guys as you say your closing statements.
Well, I'm just gonna say it was great to see all you guys. I've missed you. I definitely don't have the time like I used to. I've been so busy, but great to see you, and everybody be blessed.
I'll see you in New York, Joe.
I don't know, Dave. I might not be going this year.
Really? All right. I'll see you in New York, Joe.
We gotta
All right, man.
Okay.
Good people in the chat and everything like that. So I mean, we talk about, we give our own opinions about our likes and dislikes. We do not force our opinions onto other folks, and we respect other people with their opinions as long as they don't try to force their opinions on us. Just if you don't like something, if we ask you why, tell us why you don't like it. We're not going to hate you or judge you for giving us a reason as to why you don't like something or why you like something. We might, raise the BS flag, when you can't give us an answer as to why you do or don't like something when we ask the question. It's because you're just saying that because other people are saying that, and you don't have really your own opinion.
Yeah.
So we're
I
all
was just
here.
gonna
We're
say.
all good people. We're all here to have a good time and stuff like that. And hey, our cookouts in 3 weeks, Dave. So if you're coming down,
Yeah, I will be there. I will be there, definitely. Three
okay,
3 weeks. I
3
can't
weeks.
speak for Trap, but I'll be there.
Yeah. Sunday the 31st.
All right. All right.
October 31st.
Do you need anything special? I mean, never mind. I know you don't need anything.
Look at it. You've been here already. You see what I have. Yeah. Look, the liquor, the soft drinks, the water, the food.
Just bring your wallet for when he sells you a watch later.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's been pumping up those reindeer since December 26th.
If you
Oh,
feel that you want to bring something, just bring it.
okay.
It's
Okay.
not. People say, "Well, what can I bring? What can I bring?" Okay, this is
No.
what I bring. So now
I definitely know what to bring.
So if I
A
tell
matter
you,
of fact.
yeah. So
Matter of fact, whatever I bring, Trap don't get any, please. Trap does not get any. Whatever I bring, he gets nothing. You remember the last time?
Wow, bro.
Yeah.
long as that, I mean, the last cookout, right? People ask me, so what can I bring? So listen, this is what we have. And I told them everything we had, all the sides and everything like that there. And why did I end up with 3 big servings of potato salad? Like, I already told you I got potato salad. So why are you bringing potato salad?
Yeah, but it's not their potato salad. You know what I mean? That's how everybody feels about potato salad. You got potato salad, but it ain't my potato salad. That's how people think about potato salad.
The thing about that is, like, Deidre brings a big old pan of potato salad, right? The other 2 potato salads did not get touched.
That's a waste.
Potato salad went, and it's like, first of all, you bring potato salad. Why are you eating hers and not eating yours?
Right. Yeah.
So that tells me,
it had raisins in it.
You talking raisin potato salad here. That's going in the garbage, all right?
I know people that do that with wine. With a $5 bottle of wine, they drop it down and go, "Oh, here we go." Then they go to your bottles of wine. It's like,
right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like people, back in the day. Okay, way back in the day when we used to have basement parties and stuff like that, and up in New York, we actually had a bar set up in our basement. Okay, now we knew what certain people drink, right? So if we went to your house and you had doers, and you came to my house and you want to drink up all my Johnny Walker, we got a problem because every time I go to your house, you don't have Johnny Walker for me. So what we used to do, we knew these people, so we would take a Johnny Walker bottle, okay, and doers we would put in that bottle. So when you pulled up, we gave you that bottle to pour your drink because you're not drinking up our good stuff because you don't have it for us when we come to your house. Okay?
This is getting complicated.
I'm just putting it out there that, if you have a special drink, like my brother drinks Tanqueray gin, okay? Now, Tanqueray, nice gin. A lot of people will drink it because it's Tanqueray, but they won't have it at their house. So his Tanqueray gin is put up. So now you can have that Seagram's or that Beefeaters, but you're not having Tanqueray. Okay, if whatever you have at your house, you could drink at my house, because I know if I go to your house, I can drink the same stuff. But potato salad. I don't need 3 potato salad. I got potato salad. I got mac and cheese. I got green beans. I got rice and beans. I got ham. Well, I cook up all the meat.
So in other words, ladies and gentlemen, if you're pulling up to Godfather's house, man, just come ready to eat.
Yeah, just bring your appetite.
Bring your appetite, because if you don't listen.
No. My thing is this: if you're going to bring something, okay, number one is staying here. However, whatever you bring, okay, do not bring what I already told you that I have. If I tell you I got mac and cheese, don't show up mac and cheese. If I tell you I got potato salad, don't show up with potato salad. I usually tell people, bring a dessert. Okay? Bring a dessert, because desserts are going to go. It doesn't matter. Desserts is going to go.
We got a super chat.
Do your little dance, man.
Hey, man, y'all already know. Here we go. Yeah.
Like Dave had that rum punch that he brought from at the last cookout that he came. It was good. That's some good stuff. Look, I turned around and turned it into a slushy a couple of days later. I put it in my blender, threw some ice in there, man. I was like, oh yeah, I'm good now, So bring a dessert, or if you want to, if there's a dish that you normally make that is, good, you figure people will like it, bring it. Just do not bring 2 and 3 bowls of potato salad,
So we'll see y'all 3 weeks from Sunday.
I really feel like potato salad right now.
Man, come on.
Guys, it's always good talking to you guys. And just, I know it's supposed to be nice this weekend where I'm at. If it's nice where you're at, man, just get out of the house and get outside and enjoy the weekend, man, and enjoy the weather.
Yep.
And watching James, take us home, brother. Take us home, brother.
Thank you, everybody. It's been great to talk to you all. I love being part of these lives and things as well. Yeah, stick to your own opinions and have your own opinions too. Listen to us talk about our stuff. Take a little bit of that in and then form your own opinions about what you like, And thanks for watching.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That's I appreciate everybody in there. Oscar, thank you for the super chat. What you got?
Can I?
I thought you already gave your dissertation.
No, I did not. Okay. I just want to say to everyone that, for myself and maybe a few other guys, listen, when we speak about certain watches, especially when we're speaking about Invicta, because I know a lot of times we have some collectors out here that, they're pretty sensitive to the things that you say. And I just want people to understand, when I'm speaking about Invicta, I'm speaking about Invicta from experience. I'm not speaking about Invicta as if I've never owned it, have never experienced it, or anything like that. So I'm talking about my experiences and what I see that's going on. And I just want, to kind of say my piece on that, because I don't want anyone to say, he's just talking out his mouth and he doesn't own an Invicta and he doesn't, he's never experienced it. And so I still own Invicta, and certain things I like and certain things I don't like. So I'm just going to speak on it when it's necessary, not every second of the day. So that's all I wanted to say. Enjoy your collection. Don't let anyone tell you what to buy. Buy what you like. And that's it.
I hope y'all take this stuff to heart. And I don't want nobody to feel like we bullied or we ignored or anything like that. We will come back. If there's anything that you guys didn't hear or you want to get off your chest, we can do that in another episode. Send me a message over on Instagram. We could do a video. We could do another one, another live. I have no problem with it. You guys always welcome up on the stage, man. I appreciate having Joe. It's always good seeing you up here. watching James. I'm pretty sure you got some more watches to inspire us with. Come on, I will see you on Instagram with all these beautiful pictures, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody taking y'all time. Y'all special time, your most preserved, most well-decorated time. Yeah, I'm just going to elaborate on somebody because somebody kind of called me out today, man, while they did their live today, man. Listen, thank you for spending your most valuable asset, which is time. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all be blessed, man. Appreciate y'all for watching.
All right.
Let's end on something good, man. Let me see what we.
This is so dope, a man with a watch looking like he broke the bank, but he promised me he's not. He said he got started from his wife and a pop's watch, face so fat the band had stretch marks. It shines so bright that you can see it from Mars. Man, he blinded me, reflecting headlights from the cars. He's got to be a rapper, baller, or a movie star, but nah, he's too humble to be all of the above. So he said, my name is Trap, oh, cause you bees in the trap. Nah, it ain't even like that, and he tilted his bull's cap. Introduced me to his wife, and she had one too. Wrist game so cold that she could build igloos out of nothing. They legit, they even bless their kids. Man, when they all stand in a row, they look like 4 Giotto rims. Tight like Tim's on a New York summer day. I just gotta be down, but he had to set me straight like